Should carry on with this, see if we can get this back to, well, nearly that colour, shall we say. Hi guys, RetroBright Ralph here with the next part of the Star Trek Enterprise, the Playmates Enterprise. Let's say now we're going to go do this as a refurb with the state of the actual, the model itself was absolutely appalling. It needs fixing, it needs fettling. So, we saw before, I did the dismantling. Let's get rid of the box a second. Dismantling, which gave us the top side of the secondary hull, very yellowed, but not the worst bit. It's obviously been displayed to look at that way, and the sun's got it there and there, but not there. But yeah, so that's the top side. Bottom side, all these parts have been through the washing machine. Well, this is a sink at least anyway, a damn good scrub. I need to do a little bit more inside there because that wouldn't come out, but I can get that no problem. That's perfectly all right for that. Top section, whoa, yes. It's absolutely shockingly bad. See what I mean? It's definitely been hit by the by some sort of starboard side thing. There's a lot I could do with this. I've been looking at other things as well, what other people have actually done with these, and it's yeah, the screws came out. We figured out all this lot went on the last video, and there's no lights in here at all, but there's all the window markings. I could easily enough drill out all of these and put lighting behind it, because there's plenty of space inside here. Once these are together, there's a decent gap to put a lot of LEDs inside. So it's easily possible to do. There's miles of room inside this. It's not a flat model. There's tons and tons. Even the secondary hull, yep, there's plenty of space inside here. Put some decent lighting inside, drill out the holes for the windows. Yes, it's not screen accurate. We know that. Doing the neck bit on here is possible as well. Why they're there, I'll never know. But this is possible to do. So what we have, these all need retrobrighting. I'll go through that in a minute. If you're not watching the retrobrighting videos before, that definitely needs doing. That is probably the worst part. The bridge has just gone absolutely cack. So that also wants doing as well. The red section there, no. Neither do both the impulse engines and the main impulse engine, they're perfectly fine. That's the part where the buttons went in, and also the buttons themselves want retrobrighting because they are a little bit yellowed anyway. So there's plenty to do. The electrics came out, they're in there, ready to go back in, but this is just the sound part of it. The lighting is different. That's what all these power with these two, and we have lighting from these. LED lighting off this is perfectly fine. We have, where are we? We have, only thing that I thought in this would be the nacelles would light up and the navigation reflector would light up as well, but it doesn't. There's only 2 bulbs in this, and they're both in the nacelles. And they're only little bulbs anyway, so what we can do is light up behind the nacelle to light up the bussard collector, and then the actual grills around the side, put some blue LEDs in there and a red LED in the front. I've seen people do this, and it is possible. But you can also power it off 4.5 volts. Whether or not I put it on a stand and plug it into a transformer, I don't know. We could do that easy enough. We could completely get rid of this, or maybe even mount the circuit board inside here so we could upgrade it in future. I don't know. It's endless at the moment what possibilities I could do. All the screws in there is 2 types, short ones, long ones, done. I've gone through these, got rid of all the rust. I mean, yeah, this has kind of gone shiny, but it's reddish sort of thing. The vinegar kind of worked, and we have got all the corrosion gone. These are the parts that went up underneath here for the nacelles to connect into. Now, as we're talking to the nacelles, I have been, the nacelles are the absolute bane of the life to do anything with. The last video we saw them sat there laughing at me, and I don't like it when people laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. It was, yeah, they are chocolate brown. And to get these apart is a problem because, right, let me explain. There's no screws in here. It is basically, there's a rut, there's a trough all underneath here, all the way around and all the way around here. Super glued together. And these blue parts, which for some reason on mine look green, that does come out eventually, but that's also super glued in the front. Once it actually is come apart, look, there's the groove all the way around, and this part here, it has been kind of, I wouldn't say destroyed, but it wouldn't come apart in normal conventional ways. But when you put it all back together again and then it's squeezed in, you can't exactly tell. There's a couple of bits that there's a, I might paint these gold, so it will cover up all over where the little damaged parts are on some of them, but I'll put blue LEDs behind it so that will shine through as it's going through. So it might just detract from the lines of cracking and stuff that has actually happened. So a little bit of damage on there, one of the pegs fell out, but I need to re-glue that back in. The second one, yeah, did exactly the same. I mean, the state of the colour on it, it broke there, but once this is back together again, I'll show you, that goes there. This is a big peg on the back, which held the back end in, the rest is just glued, and it's such a problem to do. Once it's in, there's a potential of it could work. I mean, there we go. I was going to say there was a gap there, but there wasn't. There isn't actually a gap. But these can potentially be painted over, and it shouldn't be an issue. Next time, yeah, I won't be doing this. But that's the whole thing with doing this, is it's a nightmare because you're taking off all the super glue. Yeah. So these are ready. I'll be retrobrighting these as they are. I don't care what happens with them. They are going to go in the bag, get covered in peroxide, which is this stuff, Bee Blonde. You can find it on eBay. You can find it on Amazon. It's this stuff I use for all of the stuff. 12% peroxide, 40 volume, whatever that means. It does. This stuff really does work. All I'll do is I'll put certain things in a bag. I might put both the nacelles in a small bag, chuck half a bottle of this in. I'll have another bag with all the other pieces in, smaller bits, chuck the other half of the bottle in. With these, I'll put them in a bigger bag, but I will probably put more in. Then what you do is you leave it out in the sun, make sure these are coated pretty well, leave it out in the sun, and then let the peroxide does its thing. Every so often you'll rub it through the plastic bag, leave this inside the bag, you'll just agitate the peroxide cream a little bit more while it's out and leave it. That's all you do. Maybe occasionally turn it round, which is just when it's in the bag, turn round, and you let it do its job. I mean, I have not had, this is going to bite me in the arse, I know it will, but I have not had a bad reaction with the peroxide cream yet. It will come, I'm sure it will come, but at the minute everything has been absolutely fine. So what I need to do is put these in bags and wait for a nice sunny day, which it's still only a couple of days since I started this, and it's near the end of September 2021. Yeah, I live in the UK. It's not like I'm in the Californian desert or anything. California desert would be pretty good for doing this, but my idea with the peroxide is you don't need a red hot day. The cloud, bit of sun, but you need a bit of heat. And unfortunately, I think summer is over with. Summer never started for us in the UK this year, but I think it might have finished. So we might have a problem actually doing this. I don't want to do this now, but I do want to do this now. If it was a decent day outside, I'll be on with it. Today is a Friday, and Sunday maybe a little bit, so we will try it on Sunday. So at the minute, I'm gonna get all these ready, chuck them all in bags, think I might put those in one bag and these two in a separate bag. I use Ziploc bags, so it's easy to put in, chuck the stuff in, seal up. Whatever you do with this stuff, do not get it on your hands. It will bleach your skin, because it will eventually come off after a few days, but the skin just bleaches. Any little pink, I don't know what it'd do for any of the different coloured skins than what I've got, because I haven't got different colour hands, but mine do go very white, especially when I've got a little bit on the fingerprints there and the fingertips, and it doesn't hurt, but it looks a bloody mess. So wear gloves, wear decent gloves when you're doing this. So all I can do now at the moment is put these in bags and wait until the sun comes out, and we'll carry on doing this part of the video. I mean, you've got to look at this now. I mean, actually, look at that there, the paint. I never noticed that before. I've not even touched these up. I mean, there's a lot of, so it's scratch there and it's over there, but there's a lot we can do with this. So we will wait for a decent day and continue the video then. Now then, today is the day for Retrobrite. It's a little bit, about 21 degrees going to be today. Cloudy, a bit of sun, but this is my best chance all year now to actually get this done. So what you need is at least a bottle of this stuff. I mean, there's only small stuff that you put on your hair or whatever else to bleach it, blonde it, whatever. I've got two because I've got things laid out in a bag. These will be completely exposed, something like that, on a tray. It's only the trays there just for easy carrying it around and putting it where it's supposed to be. Simple as. The other tray I've got has got all of the parts in here, nacelles, secondary hull, that horrible bridge there. But I'm going to cake this in, this stuff, make sure all the actual outside parts are shown and covered in this stuff. And then, yeah, get on with this really. But I'm trying to squeeze out, you don't have to put out all the air, just enough. I mean, a lot of people will shrink wrap these and they can get them, it does work for them. This works for me. So it's trial and error more than anything. But like I said before, I do like the way that the cloud kind of helps. The heat would, yeah, no problem. But also other things matter as well. So second tip, definitely get gloves. Don't cover this in your hands, they will go white. You will not enjoy that at all. So let me get some Bee Blonde on this and get this thing started. Second tray of parts is covered. I keep gloves on just in case something comes off. Just put a bottle in, cover everything as best you can. The more on it, I don't know if it's better or worse with more on. So we'll just leave it like that. I'll put this in the sun once the sun actually comes out. The reaction with the heat and the sun, the UV from the sun, the peroxide, the bag keeps a bit of the heat in, these start to sweat a little bit. That will bring out some of the colour. Hopefully this might work. Absolute worst case on this, like we said from the start, if this doesn't work, then we'll spray it, we'll paint it. So at the minute, I want all pieces at least exposed, including the buttons. Can't find, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I can see them there. That piece that broke off of the cell. As long as everything's exposed and not covering everything over, then that should be fine. So there seems pretty good. No? Yeah. Okay, so that one's there done. The second one, there. So obviously the underside of the hull wasn't that bad. Top half is shocking, but I've tried to keep the plastic as flat as possible. This peroxide will get warmer, and then hopefully with a bit of patting, movement, agitation every half an hour or so, maybe an hour. With this weather in the UK, I don't know. The thing is, some people have done this with computers and it's ended up having runs on the plastic where it's not done right. So we've got to see what happens with this. So this is prepared, this is ready. Just going to get them outside in the sun, and I'll come back at the end of the day, because the temperature will matter, the time will matter. If you're in the Californian desert, fine. It might last them an hour, might be 2 hours. The UK autumn, it's yeah, this is going to be completely different. So yeah, we'll come back to this at later. Now then, we're at the end of the day. Sun's done its job. Again, this is not the summer, so here is what we have in the bag of parts. Yep, we are gonna need a second going over with these. I need to get these washed, take these out. I'll even show you them. It has actually reacted a little bit. This was exceptionally brown, but it's not. I think it has actually done pretty well on some of the sides. In that bottom section of the secondary hull, yes, there's all around the edge that needed doing, and that's not really happened. I think it has worked, but not enough. It does need another going over. So let me get these in the bath, cleaned off all the peroxide, because I can't leave them in the air. It'd be nice if I could just leave them in here, take them out, and just go to work tomorrow, go to work the rest of the week, leave them out, but I honestly don't think that's good for this. I mean, to be honest, weather forecast for tomorrow is cloudy, a bit of sun. It could work, it might not work, but it's getting later and later in the year, and it's just, it's tricky, shall we say, trying to predict a good day for retrobrighting. It has worked, it looks like it's worked, but let's get these cleaned up and see what we need to do next. And they're out of the bath. Right, just putting that down just for, yeah, this is a success but a failure, or it's failed to be a success, but it's still, shall we say, ongoing. We have the underneath of the secondary hull. It looks very, primary hull, so it looks really, really good. Some bits it's gone really, really well on. However, you've still got this yellow band around here. So that still needs doing anyway. I'll drop this on you now. Right, here we go. It is the top of the primary hull, the saucer section. Okay. Granted, it's not perfect. I knew this would be a problem because that was very, very badly done. I think I've missed a bit of peroxide. No, there's a bit of sticky stuff on there from where these parts stick on. But it needs another go. It needs a better day, but it needs another go. Same as the secondary hull. It's getting better. So again, it's looked at from that side. And then that side, if I did actually put everything on so it's that way around, it looks quite good. Sort of. The undersection, yeah, it's that side again, but it's been looked at from the starboard side, band along there, there, a little bit up there, but that gets hidden inside here anyway, so that's not too bad. So it is as it is. The worst one was the bridge, and this was a proper caramel. This is quite lighter, so it has worked, but it hasn't. So I think we need somebody to step in and give us another decent day. I'll warn you now, if you're ever doing this yourself, when you're going to put these in the bath to wash, I had 3 of these. Put them on the side, actually I had all 4, put them on the side, and then knocked the pot over, and pick 3 out. This is while I'm actually rinsing and the plug's open, the plug's off. So I managed to recover 3, and I thought, well, it's gone down drain, but I had to be persistent, and eventually found, lost it again, the 4th one. So be careful, be very, very careful. I'm going to try and get a dry pot to put the really small stuff in. I mean, that's that bit there, that's one of those clips inside the nacelles that needs doing. So the small bits can go in there, these can go in and dry out first anyway. So it's a success, but a failure, and I don't know where to go from here, because I know the weather's going to be absolutely diabolical for the next, when are we on now? September. Video will probably come out sometime in October. Yeah, probably not till July next year, I think, but we will have something to do, I'm sure. Or, I don't know. But at the minute, I'm going to pause there and see what happens. or this is where I'm not decided yet. If this is this and this is done, this is to this stage, this is part 2, then it has to stop here. If it's going to be out until next year, the next part of the video with this being redone, then I have to can't stop the video now and then publish. We can see progression anyway. We can see definitely it's coming lighter, but at the moment, yeah, this is the board time, should we say? And yeah, we're gonna stop it there. So thanks all for watching. Please like and subscribe, follow on social media. We will catch up with this when we get another good day for weather in the UK, which could mean never. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.